What's going on, guys, girls? Me, Keith, Tim here with you. Um,
Evening.
Updating you on what we've done so far. Okay. Um, Harris 5-7, Keith 7-5, Tim 8-4, and I'm 9-3 so far. Now we still got two games where all of us took the Raiders tonight. Tomorrow night we're split. The Rams and the 49ers. The Rams are, I would say, a little bit of disarray. Now I'm not going to call it total disarray, but when you got to count on Odell Beckham Jr. to coming in, he's going to be returning kicks full time tomorrow, and he's going to play a limited role or limited capacity in receiving. You know, you got to hope he at least holds in his part of the bargain. And I know Tim and Keith both took in Rams, not hoping that this was going to happen, right, guys?
Well, we also didn't think that Robert Woods was going to tear his ACL in practice.
Exactly. But yeah, you definitely don't want to take them knowing that you got to count on OBJ to
I think that was the same day though, and I believe the timeline on it was Woods got injured and then they made the trade.
Thursday or Friday.
So they may have.
He has to be part of the team by Thursday to be part of the active roster for the week, right?
So Thursday was the day he made
or it's some day of the week that they have to be on the roster in order to be active for Sunday.
I was thinking that they said this morning it was on the same day.
Are the Bucs in trouble? I'll say no, because I mean they're in the playoffs right now, and look, that's all they're worried about. Can they still win that division? Oh hell yeah. Yeah. You better believe they can still win that division. If they win their division, they're gonna get a home game somewhere along the way. Yeah, they're gonna still be heard from. Although I'll say this much, I think the NFC is stacked. I think there's 5 teams in the NFC that the AFC does not want to see in the Super Bowl.
Nope.
They don't want to see the Rams. They don't want to see the Cowboys. They don't want to see let's see Green Bay. They don't want to see Tampa Bay, maybe the Cardinals. I didn't even brought the Cardinals up into the discussion.
Well, Cardinals with Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Oh,
top 3 most impressive players today. Is my quarterback one of the most impressive today? Probably not, but he played well.
CeeDee Lamb, definitely.
CeeDee Lamb.
Well, the running back from New England had 100 yards, so that's not terrible.
No.
And then,
how about Heineke?
Yeah, Heineke did really well.
Taylor Heineke kept Washington from folding today.
Actually, you want to give a star? How about that entire offense holding the ball for 10 minutes in the fourth quarter, almost running the clock out?
And anybody watching that game was just saying, how can they screw up and lose this ball game? Because that's what they're good at. And they drove it down their throat. Packers defense has held the Seahawks to 0 points, 12 first downs, 167 yards, 3.6 yards per play. Me and Keith said it this morning. This was not the play. Now, obviously, I missed the Washington game by a mile, but none of us
all did.
Did any of us see that shit coming?
It was the same thing we said about Buffalo Jacksonvell last week. It was the only way that they were going to lose is if they beat themselves, and they did.
Yeah, but the Seahawks today. Me and Keith said it earlier today. Number 1, Russell Wilson with a hand injury coming there. It felt like 20 degrees. It was snowing constantly. He was wearing a glove. This was not the time to bring him back. It's not, and I'll say this: Aaron Rodgers didn't like to join up. He didn't do anything to make you think, wow, the Green Bay Packers, but they did enough to win. The Green Bay defense today, I would say, played the best of any defense I watched today. I can't, but let's also preface it. Seattle didn't really pressure them a hell of a lot either. I mean, Seattle's offense looked lame. really bad today. If you want a defense that actually played really great today against a good offense.
Oh, you see that latest note by John?
Oh, yeah, I done already heard.
Oh, I hadn't heard that yet.
Yep, Young was
I knew
out
he was
for the
injured
year.
from your text earlier.
Yeah, he's out for the year. Washington football team actually came out today and went after Tom Brady. They were not even worried about what he was going to do to them. They went out there, they covered receivers, they stopped them from running. They had no solution for him today. Oh yeah, Jimmy Lake got fired at the University of Washington. I heard about that for hitting that player. Yep, I heard about that. Did you guys seen that? Oh, he whitewashed him right across the face.
Whitewashed him?
Well, that's what I call it. When you have you ever seen anybody do a paintbrush like this? Well, he just went boom right across his mask like that. I mean, he slapped the shit out of him.
Wow.
Yeah, he.
Thank you, John.
They got him. They got him fired.
Right. Yeah.
So, who knows who ends up going up there going to be coaching now?
Anybody else in here with us wants to say anything?
Who else here? Yeah, who else here and who would like to come on with us? Yeah.
So Tim, what are your top thoughts today?
Well, that kicker from Detroit is going to be let go. I mean, you can't break an extra point and you can't miss a 48-yard field goal in overtime to give you a chance to win. New England is darn impressive.
Yeah.
It was essentially, I'll borrow a line from Arnold Schwarzenegger. He essentially.
Oh, he froze. Damn. Right in the middle of his Arnold Schwarzenegger. Damn.
Yeah, essentially he made Kevin Stefanski his daddy. He was his daddy.
Now, I just for a second, I'm gonna give you good news and I'm gonna give you bad news. We still see you, but when you started to quote just now, you froze. So,
all right, so Schwarzenegger,
say it again.
What is your name and who is your daddy?
Oh, okay, all right.
That was Bill Belichick to Kevin Stefanski today. He said, "I'm gonna let you have one, and that's it." And that's all they got. And then
how close is Mac Jones to catching Jamar Chase for Rookie of the Year?
I'd say he'd have to be overtaken right now.
Can I just ask
you think Mac Jones is ahead?
He might be.
Yeah,
because I think the better record.
I'm gonna say this about Mac Jones. Go and look at his wins this year. They're not against Jacksonville and the Jets, and I mean, they've got some good wins this year.
Just a general question, real quick, about the Patriots, and that is this Patriots team, quarterback and all,
right,
as good as any of the Patriots teams that have won the Super Bowl in the last 5-6 years?
Talent-wise, probably not. I put them in the ilk of, say, the 96 team that went to the Super Bowl.
Now, I will say this.
Against the Packers?
Yeah.
I'll say it this way. I think their defense is better than some of them they took to the Super Bowl with. I really do. The question mark, the huge question mark is behind something. Can he carry a team? And so far, the answer is yes. He's not looking to throw for 300 yards. He's not out here making the mistakes. He's not making mistakes. He does not look like a rookie quarterback. To me, this defense is better than some they've taken to the Super Bowl before. But can he hold his end of the bargain? I don't know. That's questionable.
Yeah, the other thing is that let's see them face Baltimore or Kansas City or maybe the Chargers. But then again, the Chargers can't keep giving up 160 rushing yards a game.
No.
Because
Herbert still makes bad mistakes. Herbert still runs around in the pocket, and then the next thing you know, he's throwing interceptions. You can't do that.
The guy for the Browns that just tackled, he probably just sacked the quarter Fields of the Bears again in the last couple minutes. How did he play today?
The guy for the
Browns on us again. Tim, you there?
Still froze on us, yeah.
I always forget that guy's name.
The
for the Browns.
The outside rusher
Yeah.
Good.
for the Browns. What's that guy's name?
Garrett.
Yeah.
How did he do today?
Let's see here.
Who is it? Who is the guy for the Seahawks? Was it the Seahawks or was
So they
it the
sacked what's his face today? Jones.
Myles Garrett? Myles Garrett's his name.
Miles Garrett, okay.
Yeah. Who was the guy that got hurt for the was it Seahawks or one of them broke an arm today? And when I say broke his arm, broke his knee.
Yeah, that was a Seahawk guy.
Yeah, he
I
ran his
kinda
arm
seen
off
the-
like this guys, and they had it all. They wouldn't even show it. They wouldn't even show it in the replay. They said it looked so nasty. Yeah,
Sherman got hurt, I know, but because they
Garrett
said he was
did get a sack today.
he did.
Yes.
Yeah.
and it was probably against Fields.
See, in 2 weeks when they play the Titans and then the Bills. Yeah. Well, then again, that might be all Bill Belichick that could be assisting them against the.
You said it was probably against Fields, Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fields, he sacked like, I think 3 or 4
Yeah, it was
times.
Oh yeah. My dad
He had
called
he had 4.5 sacks.
4 or 5
That's right.
times during the phone call.
Yeah. Now the Bears are off this week, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Bears not playing today. They didn't play today. Yeah.
Which, so let's see what their coach Nagy can come up with in 2 weeks to prepare.
They're off this week, and then who they play next week? They play Minnesota next week. I think maybe they play Minnesota.
I think nationally Nagy has been fired. I don't know if the Bears have fired him, but I think
Right.
Nagy
I think people's done lost all interest in what Nagy has got to say.
Bears get the Ravens next week.
Oh, how about that one? Merry Christmas, Nagy. You come back off a bye and you get to play Baltimore.
Yeah, and I watched Lamar Jackson have like 320 yards passing and 180 yards rushing and
You see, they
7 touchdowns like Gale Sayers or something.
they just played Thursday, so they got 10 days off too. So it's not like an uneven deal there.
The Bears are a 6-point dog. Wow.
What are your thoughts on Cam Newton's return? Look, Cam Newton's return was a short return. It was eight passes today. He threw a touchdown pass, but let's don't get over. Let's don't somebody put puppet brakes with him. He's still a firebug or whatever the hell you want to call it. He can still explode people's faces too. When will the first coach be fired? I still say Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving. It could be before that. I think Nagy is the first coach to get fired. Miami's coach is waiting to get fired. Shit.
Coach
Well,
has to be
Detroit-
pissed.
What about the Broncos coach?
I feel bad for Detroit's coach. Man, Detroit did.
Tomlin's got to be pissed tonight. I mean, they had a couple chances there in overtime with the ball, and they fumbled it after a reception.
And let's talk about Pittsburgh fumbling inside the red zone in overtime.
Yeah, with a tight end, and then they bitched about it. They said he was out of bounds. He was not out of bounds.
No, he wasn't.
Hell no, he was not out of bounds.
Well, at least when he first got on the ball, he wasn't. I don't know where he was when he actually secured the ball.
When the guy for the Lions got the ball, he was in bounds.
Yeah. It looked like he was.
I mean, sadly, I had no other option after deciding that the Browns were not going to play today. It got so bad that I said to watch tribute for the troops for the WWE today from 3 to 4.
Oh, we're getting banned again.
So Jets. What's the big quarterback's name?
Oh, White.
Yeah, 4 INTs today. And if you didn't see him play today, I'm telling you, that dude looked like a deer in headlights. He looked like he had never. They give him.
Did he get hit by a truck?
They handed him football, and he asked him, "What is this?" I mean, this son of a bitch had no clue what the football was. He really. The Jets, if they think they found their quarterback, they haven't. The other kid, Wilson, might be their quarterback of the future. This kid's not.
I heard something about that at Georgia linebacker.
And then Then I'm here. Then I saw this big write up today about James Franklin. It says LSU, you think you found your coach? You're gonna go try. How they put it? Fire one train wreck to hire another train wreck. That's exactly what it said.
Is he a
So
train wreck, or is he just underachieving, or is he?
Well, that's what they're saying though. They say he's underachieving and he's another train wreck to be brought into LSU. LSU, the alumni are not wanting him now. They do not want him. And I'm talking about James Franklin. They do not want him. And I don't know who they're going to get, but the longer you wait, the more chances that another guy's going to lose games and lose games. If you're looking for the perfect coach, you got about two to choose from.
John, I don't think we're supposed to talk about that.
Yeah. How many yards will Mahomes throw for tonight? Less than 300.
They have to restart this because this is happening a little bit too much.
You're going to go out back
freezing, and then
it seems like it's buffering to try to focus a lot too.
Harris says I'd jump on, but he's not feeling good. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
Maybe this will just pass. I hope it does. But
Georgia Bulldogs linebacker Adam Anderson turns himself into police, charged with rape. How about that?
But Harris, you got to feel a little better when we mention Auburn.
Yeah,
they blew a 26-point lead or something like that.
Yeah, the biggest
40 unanswered
comeback
points for a final field goal.
Yep. And they covered for us, all but Tim, and Tim went with Auburn. Tim.
Yeah, well, it was looking good early, but then again, Ohio State decided to pull.
Well, don't worry.
Keith, in the first half.
Don't worry. Keith went with Northwestern though. Northwestern was getting 24.
No, they only lost by what was it?
28. They lost by 28.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was close.
Yeah, but hey, at least you didn't take Tennessee. At least we didn't take Tennessee. All these models have.
I was thinking it was 26 that they lost by.
35-7. 35-7 was the final score.
All right, no, you're right.
Yeah, I remember yesterday, and for 20 minutes, I really thought Tennessee was going to hang in there. 10 minutes left in the second quarter, it was still 7-7. And I was like, man, oh man, these computers are smarter than we are. And then all of a sudden, players started playing, and computers got shut the hell off. And yeah, and then all of a sudden, they started running up down the field. But I watched, I think 99% of that Baylor-Oklahoma game. Oklahoma, I don't care who Oklahoma plays as quarterback. They are susceptible to getting beat. They really are. Their defense is great.
Stanford just tied Florida at 77.
Do what?
Stanford just tied Florida at 77.
Oh, college basketball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he said.
By the way, you want to talk about
Football, they're still playing down there.
Oh, I thought he said Samford.
No, Stanford, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
No,
Yeah. That coach has got to go too. That coach has got to go.
That's who LSU will hire.
Yeah. Yeah. Dan Mullen. Boy, oh boy. Well, right now, if he died, what would they put on the side of his grave? Dan Mullen. I might not have beat. How it would be. I might not have beat Alabama, but I did beat Samford. Oh my God. Samford was a guarantee. That was terrible. That was they got to get rid of him.
Has the coach at Nevada been there a long time?
Oh, I won't say the Nevada's coach came from like Northern Illinois, Western.
You'd think I would know that.
Something like that. I think he is maybe like in his second or third year. I think. But they're playing well. I
was just wondering if he's been there a while because
maybe they've
been a decent team for a while now.
Yeah. No. And how about North?
Actually, Mr. Norvell has been there since 2017.
So he's been there 4 years. How about the place where Wentz went to? Where was that?
North Dakota State?
North Dakota State.
Trailing.
They came out with Wentz, and then they came out with a kid out there in 49ers land. They both played there. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're having a little bit of trouble now. But then again, when you have two all-pro caliber quarterbacks come into a small, the well will dry up, unfortunately, in that part of the woods at some point. Yeah, and then you'll have to hopefully restock because they're getting a lot of kids like the small areas of North Dakota, probably South Dakota. Maybe you'll get some Minnesota kids. But I can't see a kid from Ohio saying, "Oh yeah, I want to go to North Dakota and to go to play football."
Yeah, that's not the hotbed for football. You're right.
In fact, if you're an Ohio kid, you'd rather go to Mount Union than go to
Yeah. Or if you just have to go to Cincinnati or go to a little bit smaller school, damn it, Cincinnati now, they're not looked upon as the little boy on the block no more like he used to be. No. I mean, hell, remember when Akron used to be looked at as a legit place to go, but not like Cincinnati now, I don't think. Akron's not.
Well, Akron, when the only alumni they've had of note is Jason Taylor.
Yeah. But they won some games a couple of years there where they made themselves at least credible a little bit.
Right.
How about the Panthers today? I mean, you step onto the field out there in Phoenix and play that Arizona team, and I mean they didn't blink. 34-10.
Yeah, no, they got out on them early and often, and they didn't know whether to poop or run or watch.
Yeah. We all went over on the total. Of course, it was 44, and the total was 45.5.
Yeah, it looked like the Panthers got off the bus way before the Cardinals did.
Yeah. Let's look at some of the over-unders today.
Oh, go for it, because I when you're done, then I got something to say after the freaking 1 o'clock games. Go ahead and recap.
I was 9-3 in those.
Well, yeah, but the problem was, okay, I'll say it now. That freaking half point in that Tennessee-New Orleans game cost me from being perfect in the Thursday and 1 o'clock.
Yeah, because right, because the Saints ended up covering the 2.5. That's right. The over/under was 44.5, and then 44 points was scored in that game. So somebody called that one exactly right for Vegas. The Bills and Jets over and under was 48.5, and the Bills alone scored 45. Somebody didn't know what we were talking about. We all went over with the total, and we all got that one right. Lions and Steelers, 32 points. Me and Tim went with the under right there. We both took it Lions, so we did well there.
I got that one wrong on both sides.
Yeah, you went over and took the Steelers, yeah. Jags and Colts, 40, so they played under the 48 total. I took your Jags, took it under, along with Tim and Harris and Keith. We all did that one. We all liked the under on.
And then this morning, your comment was, "Well, were we high when we did this on Tuesday night?"
Right. And that was one of our best picks we made. Right, exactly right. Jags came to play again. This is where I was high. The Buccaneers and the Washington football team. Total of 51. They scored 48. I did go under along with Keith and Tim, but we all picked the Buccaneers. None of us was drunk enough to pick Washington.
Right.
And I think a few of the Buccaneers must have went out and had a little party going on in D.C. land last night because they look terrible today. Next game, the Browns and the Patriots. 44.5. Patriots said, "Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it ourselves." They scored 45 themselves to take care of the over there.
Done.
They had no problem there. We all played the over. And played the Patriots, so we did okay there. Falcons and Cowboys. How about this?
Well, that was over at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
Felt like
How about this though? Falcons Cowboys 50.5 points. Cowboys scored 43, and they still go under the damn total. How about that shit?
The ineptitude of the Falcons today after the win in New Orleans.
Yeah. And Falcons have got a Thursday night game coming up
Oh,
again.
Just the medicine they
Against
need.
the Patriots.
Against the Patriots.
Oh,
Who got the
now, see how scary the NFL is.
They get to host them. Falcons get to host the Patriots.
What's the line on that one? I wonder now.
Oh boy. If I were going to guess, I still don't think it'll be a touchdown. I don't think it will be. I'll say 5.5 to 6.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet. We'll see it. It'll be posted by the morning. It'll actually be posted tonight.
Oh, kind of a feeling it'd be like 7.5.
You like 7.5? I like it 6.5. 6
Or 8.
6.5. Yeah, we all. Tim and Harris.
Hold on.
Okay.
What did you say? Do you think the line would be
5.5, 6, and he likes it over. He likes it over a touchdown.
Okay, it's 5.5.
5.5.
Oh, wow. Good job, bro.
Yeah. Panthers and Cardinals. Somebody came in overnight and replaced the Panthers quarterback with Superman, and they're going to go in today and score 34 points. But if you look at the total, 44 is not 45.5. And on top of that, we all missed the over-under, too, on top of that one. So that was smacking our face on top of us, smacking our face.
Yep.
The next one, the Vikings and Chargers, they played to 47 points. Over-under was 50.5. Tim, Keith, and myself all played the Vikings, but Keith was the only one that went with the under there. So Keith not only got the Vikings right, he got the under right, too. So I don't know if we played 2 points for that or whatever we get. He did pretty good. The next one, 17-0, is definitely an under. It was 49.5 points was the predicted amount. They didn't realize there was going to be a snow blizzard like it was. Wind blew a lot, too. The wind was blowing really bad.
Right.
Keith went under. Me and Tim got the game, but we all both went over on the total. Next was the Eagles and the Broncos. 43 points is what they scored. Over under 44.5. Vegas knew something there. Me, Keith, and Tim all went under. We all went under with the total, and we guessed the Eagles. Harris went over with the total and took the Broncos. So Harris did not have a good one there for him. Let's see what else is happening.
There were only 2 overs that covered. Now, Jets-Bills game and let's see, the Falcons-Cowboys game. Or no, I'm sorry. The one above that, Browns-Patriots game.
Yes.
Bills, Jets, Browns, Patriots. Yeah.
It was a good day for the unders.
Yeah, it was. And now the weather starts changing. The weather starts changing. Up there where you're at, Tim, right now, still stuff falling?
I don't think so. I think we're thankfully done with that for the day.
Okay. But that's going to start being the difference now. If where we're going to start seeing where we were seeing 7.5, 8, 8.5, we're going to start seeing 5.5, 6, 6.5. It's going to be tighter lines now.
At the end of the day, the game that I feel like where I had the best feel on it and the best gauge on it was that Eagles-Broncos game. That was the game that one went pretty much exactly the way I expected it to go.
Yeah. The Broncos, especially after that interception. I mean, anybody got to go back and watch that interception. It was just trash, total trash. If you didn't see it, and I've been a big time Teddy Bridgewater fan, and he's just, I mean, that is common. That's just being a common ass. You can't do that. You cannot just stand there. And I mean, he's standing 5 or 8 feet away from where he ran by him. And he never even took one step toward the guy to try to tackle.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
I mean, I'll give credit to Joe Burrow last week when Ward ran by him and he fell on his ass. At least he's trying to make a play.
Well, Joe Burrow, though, he's a walking wounded, though. I mean, this guy, who is taking more hits in the NFL at the quarterback position
Fields.
than Joe Burrow? Huh?
Fields.
You think Fields has? He may have.
Probably.
Fields per game, at least.
Yeah. Both of them. Fields didn't get hit this week, though. He got the week off, so.
Yeah, he's probably like, oh. and then it'll feel like me tomorrow when I have to go back to work.
Was this Washington win a bigger upset than the Jets over the Titans?
Yes,
Ooh.
I think so. Yeah. Because they going with a backup quarterback for the second year in a row. I mean, they go out and they go get Fitz, and they're like, we are set now at quarterback. We don't think we're going to have to draft one in the next 2 years because they didn't want to draft one next year. They had made it clear we don't want to draft one in 2022. We want to wait a year and then go draft one. And then he gets hurt game 2, game 1, whatever. And Heineke steps right in there. One of the smallest guys. He reminds me of a Baker Mayfield the way he is sized, but he's tough as shit, and he takes some hits. Man, he gets beat around.
He has the way he stands out there and plays. He plays like he belongs, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
He is
maybe he's not one of the better starters, but he plays like he belongs on the field. He
is not taken back by anybody else that's a star on the team. He accepts his role. He steps in there and says, "I'm a quarterback, damn it." And you can tell he takes control of the huddle. Big ups to him. I mean, I'm not his biggest fan, but I'll give him this. He doesn't take a lot of bullshit in the huddle. Yeah, Ken, I hope you did not put your money on that Washington game. Boy, oh boy.
That over 6 goals for Pittsburgh and Chicago.
Yeah. And they scored 3, didn't they, between the two teams that night?
No, there was 5.
Oh, did he get 5?
Yeah.
Oh, that's some stuff.
Please do not. It's like, don't ask us for locks, but like, do your research, please.
Yeah. Chiefs Raiders, just getting going. Any reason for us to think tonight that that Pat Mahomes is going to go out here and throw for 350 and just light the world up? I mean, I realize he's on the national stage, but he's on the road. And I think he's a totally different quarterback on the road than he is at home.
I would ask even to the next level, is it possible that the Chiefs at any point this year become the team that they were one of the last couple of years when they made a Super Bowl run?
Not unless they get an offensive line.
Yeah.
So this year, they're not going to get that hot.
They'll be lucky to make the title game, the conference title game.
Not with the players they got. I don't think they're the best team in their division right now. I think this team they're playing tonight's the best team in their division. I really do. I think the Raiders are better. And hey, that includes quarterback right now. Quarterback plays better too.
Now, how many games in a row has it been with the Chargers now that have they lost like 3 or 4 in a row now, or
let's see.
4?
Last week the Chargers lost. No, they beat the Eagles last week. Chargers won last week.
Oh yeah, that was on the road.
They beat the Eagles. Yeah,
so essentially you've got like Vegas at 5-3, then you got 5-4, 5-4, and 5-5.
They lost to the Patriots at home. So they lose at home this week. Last week they go to the Eagles and win. And then the week before that, the Patriots beat them at home. So they are just
But Herbert hasn't been putting up the big numbers in the last month.
I agree. He's not getting it done. And
Ken.
Yes, you guys are killing me lately.
He's hoping.
What's up, Anthony?
Referrals.
Mr. Bums Gaming.
Yeah, let's invite
Anthony.
Yeah, we hadn't seen him in a while. We got to get Anthony.
Yeah, he's always got good opinions for us.
Yeah, hey, he'll straighten our asses.
You can tell it. He's got information. He does his research. He's informed.
Yeah, that's it. Plus, he can tell us how his his high school football team has been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Send it to him.
Let's see if you guys can see this. I don't know. I got just the light on my camera because you guys can't see my phone worth anything.
Maybe you need to turn the
there we go.
Turn the lights off in your room that you're at right now.
1 second.
Try that. Just give it a shot.
Or the brightness on the phone itself.
Yeah,
Our
I
football
could probably do that
season
too.
ended Friday. Okay, all right. I was ended Friday too because we lost in the playoffs. My high school. We got the hell beat out of them, like 40-17 or something. But they weren't supposed to win.
He's
I mean,
moving.
they were
He
playing.
has a dimmer switch.
They were playing.
Okay.
They were playing an undefeated team, and they got beat. And they were like a
All
500.
right, now let's try this here. Okay.
It was a 1 versus an 8.
Okay. Oh, that worked
We
out a lot better.
can see 5 little red squares.
Okay. So that's the Baker Mayfield cycle.
Okay.
Can you
Okay.
read that?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can read the cycle. What's the one circle say?
Play like shit.
Okay. The next one.
It looks like it's criticized by the media.
The next one.
Underdog mentality.
And
Okay.
then 7 o'clock.
Beat inferior opponents.
And then at 10 o'clock.
Call out doubters.
Daughter. Okay. And then back to the game.
I know him and the guy on Fox Sports 1. They can't stand one another.
Oh, yeah. Cowherd.
Yeah, they don't like each other at all. Come on,
Colin Cowherd, I don't hardly ever listen to him, but I don't like listening to him. He's just
he gets on your nerves after a while.
yeah. Oh,
And
not
then-
after a while. That's almost any time I hear him.
That is Baker, says Anthony. Yeah, Anthony's right. Baker can get on your nerves too, though. To me, I think they'll probably give Baker another year. But if he don't come through next year and they don't come through with a winning record shining, I think they're gonna go a different direction. I really do. I think the honeymoon's over.
Here's the thing: he is not under contract next season.
Oh,
yeah.
That do you sign a guy like that for $10 million? I just don't know if you do.
Cowherd is a crush on Mayfield.
He's gonna want it. He's gonna want it.
Yeah, he's going to think he's worth all that, but
Yeah.
one playoff win in 5 years.
Right.
Is Cowherd the type of guy that'll admit when he's made a mistake on an
No.
opinion?
No, he's actually going to be leaving. He's actually going to leave Fox Sports 1. He's going to Barstool, and he's moving to Vegas. He actually got a place in Vegas.
Mhm.
Oh, good. So people actually have to pay to. Well, actually, Barstool Sports is free.
Pay to watch his opinion, or he's actually going. I think he's going to start help making point spreads and stuff in Vegas. So, yeah, he's not the sharpest knife. I don't think anyway.
I would say Vegas is doing just fine making their
With
I
playoffs.
don't think they needed Colin Cowherd.
No,
I don't think
I
they
agree.
need his help.
Tim.
Yeah.
How about next week? Look and see if all the point spread or some of the point spreads are up already, and if they are, give
Yep.
us some games, and me and Keith will try to tell you where the point spread is.
All right, we'll go with the good games. How about that?
All right.
Green Bay at Minnesota.
Green Bay at Minnesota, Keith.
I say Minnesota is going to be about a 1 point favorite or a half point.
I'll go the other way. I'm going to say two and a hook. The Packers are favored.
Ding, 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 ding,
How
ding.
much is it?
Dead on.
2 and a hook.
Two and a
And
half.
you're,
Oh, boy, watch out for me. What?
and you're 2-0.
Oh, man. All right. What's another one?
Okay. Let's see here.
Dak is a free agent after 2021, right?
All right. So
Maybe.
speaking of the Chicago Bears, after coming off their
Off their bye this week.
bye week,
They're going to play Thursday night,
no, they're playing Sunday.
Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Bears at home against the Ravens.
Bears at home against the Ravens. Keith.
I want to say the Ravens are going to be favored by about 6.
Wow, that's got to be really, really close to what I'm thinking. I'm gonna trim it fat just a little bit. I'm gonna say 5.5, 5.5.
Ding, 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 ding for Keith. 6
Keith,
points.
6. Okay, good deal.
Hey, I have to confess on this one. I just looked at that line about 20 minutes ago. I just looked at it. So
oh shit.
All right.
All
right.
So no point for me. I knew that one.
Okay.
Okay, here's
good
one
on that
for
one,
two
Rob. You
kind
got
of
that.
almost bottom feeders.
Okay.
One doesn't have a bottom feeding record. I'll call them by their correct name. The Washington football team travels to Carolina to face the Panthers.
I'm going to say
both of them pulled off upset wins today. Big time upset wins.
I'm going to say the Panthers by 3.5 with that injury to Young. I think it knocks it up probably a point or so from.
You know what?
5.
I don't think it's that much. I don't think normally it would be 3 points. I think Washington's a better team here, and if they weren't at home, they would be favored. I mean, if they were at home, they'd be favored. I'm gonna say straight 2 points for Carolina. They're favored.
Oh, you guys had split the difference. You'd have been right. It's Carolina by 2.5.
2.5. Oh, geez. Good. I'm telling you what, we're coming close anyway with a lot of these games. That's cool.
If the injury wasn't to Young, I would have said 2.5. But because he was out, I thought, well, they might add another point because of the Young being there.
I'm sure that point is coming sooner rather than later. All right, so the Detroit Lions head to Cleveland to play the Browns.
Detroit heads to Cleveland.
Oh, boy.
And we know Baker probably won't play. Baker could be out.
Yeah, the Browns are going to be favored probably by 4.5.
You know what? They've played real close games all the way through. At Cleveland. They don't lay eggs much at home. 5.5. I'm gonna say.
Almost double. Browns by 10.
Oh my goodness!
Wow. Okay, Lions.
All right. Yeah. Go put your money on the Lions right now, Ken.
Come on,
right now, Ken.
What do you think, Keith?
You're gonna Ken.
You damn right. We took your Lions today. We took 10.
What's the over/under on that one?
Oh, over/under's got to be about 55 or 54 or some bullshit.
I don't know about that. They both were low scoring.
Or they think your Lions ain't gonna score shit.
What do you want us to guess, Tim?
If you want, I can just tell you.
Over/under 44?
46.
46.
I think I would go
40. Over/under's 46, and it's 10-point favorite. So
that's one of those games that could be real low scoring for 3 quarters, and then all of a sudden everything just opens up in the 4th quarter, and you get a 30-20 game.
So they're pretty much saying 27-17.
And then I'll finish off with this one to go with one of the later games.
Okay.
Arizona is heading to Seattle.
Okay.
And they're a 4:00 game.
They're a 4:00 game.
Arizona at Seattle.
Uh-huh.
Has Seattle done enough he got shut out today. Cardinals coming off a bad game, but they've done some good things on the road. San Francisco, Los Angeles, I think they won both those. I think the Cardinals are going to be favored by maybe 1.5.
Woo, boy, oh boy, man, I'll jump on that one all damn day. I think a touchdown. I think they're going to get Kyler Murray back. So
Wilson being back, I think is.
I don't care.
At home.
I don't care.
Loud stadium.
He says 2. You say 1.5. I'll say 6.
1.5 is actually closer. It's 2.
Is it 2? Oh my Lord!
And
you give me you. Oh my Lord!
So you want Ken to go on that one too? Cardinals.
How about you guys? Anybody?
Ken should take a savings account.
No.
Put it on.
No.
But is anybody taking 2 points this week and taking Seattle?
Probably not after that performance.
Not, man. Today, I understand they can't lay an egg that bad.
Right.
Neither can the Cardinals play that bad next week too. Cardinals better team, man. They're a whole lot better team.
And
Yeah,
I'll give
their
you the
quarterback
over-under, and here's well,
his return.
part of the reason I picked it. It's the second highest on the board so far.
Okay,
50.
50.
The only one that's higher is the Monday night game, Giants and Buccaneers at 50.5.
Giants and Buccaneers, Keith. What do you think is the line on that damn game? Giants going to Tampa.
Giants are going to Tampa.
And you said the line is bigger on that one?
No, the over-under was 50.5. It's the only reason I picked the Arizona because that's the second. Actually, no,
we're
there is
trying to
one
guess
game
the
higher.
line.
Sorry.
Yeah, the line. Giants at the Buccaneers.
No, definitely the Buccaneers are going to be favored probably by 12.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close. I'm going to say 10 and a hook.
Keith would be closer at 11.5.
11 and a half. Yeah.
And then, sorry, there was one game that was higher. Dallas is playing Kansas City at
Ooh.
Kansas City.
Ooh, that should be
The
Just guess the
over-under?
over-under. The line is kind of moot.
really.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot what you said the other one was, but 57?
Rob,
I think it'll be higher than that. 61.
54.
54. I'd play the over.
That's a tough one because
I believe I'd play the over in that one because Kansas City's defense has not been showing up. I mean, like
No.
today,
and I know that Kansas City can at least score 2 touchdowns.
Oh
if
yeah. Oh yeah.
The Cowboys are going to put up 40.
They're more than capable of putting 20 up. Kansas City is. Kansas City's already up 7-0 against the Raiders.
Right.
And it's it's probably first quarter just about over. What's up, Sean? Sean,
That game's in Kansas City?
No.
Yes.
They're
Yes,
playing-
that game is in Kansas City.
So
not tonight, though. Not
No,
tonight.
next week.
No.
Oh, next
And
week.
the line, did you already tell us what the line was on that one?
No, I didn't. It's negligible. It's a point.
Point, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll go to Dallas's way before so they'll be 2 or 3 point favorites by the time next week hits. It's going to be a lot of money on Dallas.
Well, maybe unless Kansas City blows out the Raiders tonight. But
Also,
even if they do, I don't see how many people would go with them, even at home against the Dallas team. Dallas is they're two. I mean, right now,
I think Dallas last week, that was Dak coming back. And
yeah, Dallas is still. That's a team you don't want to play right now. They're healthy right now. They're playing well, and their kicking game is good. Their running game is good. Their defense is playing best they've played in 5 years, maybe 10 years.
yeah, maybe longer.
Right.
And their quarterback's playing excellent.
Yeah, I don't know that they were ever this good with Tony Romo.
And I've said a lot of times, Mahomes is an average quarterback when you pressure him. There's some guys that can take pressure. He can't. He does not. He. I hear people say he's a Hall of Fame. He's not a Hall of Fame quarterback yet.
No.
And the only way he's going to become a Hall of Fame quarterback is to learn how to deal with pressure without running every time. Because if he keeps running, he's going to get hurt.
Tim, what was Jalen Hurts' numbers today?
Give me a second here.
I thought Hurts had good numbers today.
I think he did.
Okay, 1 second.
Let's see.
I got
NFL
over
final
here.
scores. Anthony can come on if he wants to.
Okay. Oh, by the way, we will have to play Wheel of Points maybe twice for college.
What's that? Have to play
We may have to bid for points twice.
Oh, okay. Because it may not be any point spreads up.
Hertz, I'll give you the Hertz numbers, and then I'll give you the games in question. Okay, so Hertz today throwing 16 of 23 for 178 and 2 touchdowns with a pick.
One pick, yeah.
And then he had 14 rushes for 53 yards. That's way too many. He led the team in carries.
Yeah.
Okay, so our Wheel of Points that I don't see spreads on yet. They've got for pretty much everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia and Charleston Southern.
Oh, that's gonna be a messy one Tuesday night. Oh my!
And
Lord.
Texas A&M and Prairie View A&M.
Both of them. 40 plus. Both somebody will say 40 plus.
This last month of the year cupcake rule does need to go into effect.
Yeah, the SEC cupcake games before their final games. Yeah.
And then you got those games, and then you got teams like Cincinnati who want to matter and get into the playoffs, have a chance. And how do you? I mean, that's like taking a chance away from them because Alabama's or whoever you said they're to A&M playing somebody that doesn't even. I mean, they're not a playoff team.
Right.
Alabama just got done with one.
Yeah. How about Mac Jones today? 19 of 23, 198, which that's serviceable. 3 touchdowns, though. That's
plus he probably only played 3 quarters, if that.
Yeah, that's right. Because Hoyer came in and threw a touchdown pass too.
Yeah,
he went 3 for 85. So man,
he must have let them down the field on a.
He must have just took them down and said, "We ain't gonna stop."
1-1-1-1-3.
They ran for almost 200 yards today too. That's
hi, Sean.
That's impressive. That's impressive right there. And then Mayfield's going to be out for we don't know how long, but
he should be out. I mean, if he's got a knee issue, knock on wood, should put him out.
Probably 2 weeks, I would say. Yeah.
Rob, what was that deal that Freeman turned down?
Oh, Freddie Freeman turned down 5 years.
6 years, wasn't it?
No. He turned down 5 years, 140. He wants 6 years, 200.
I thought he turned down 6, 190.
No. He hadn't been offered that. I hadn't heard where he got offered at. Said something about.
That's what you sent me yesterday.
No, he was offered. He was offered 5, 140. So that's what the hell is that? Not quite 30.
Let's see here.
Carlos Correa is going to end up staying at home. He'll stay in Houston. I think so.
He's looking for 6-year 200, and then
right. He's looking
5-year 135.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did say 5-year 140. He wants 6 years 190.
He wants 33.3 a year, and he actually wants it increased. So the way he wants it, he wants 31. I'm sorry. He wants 30, 31, 32, 34, 35.
I'm sorry to hear that, bud.
Yeah, that is a shame, Alex. Sorry about that, bud. Corey Seager signed with the Yankees. Fully expected that. Nobody didn't expect.
Sorry to hear about that, Alex. That's
Rhodes.
Yeah. Correa, I really think ends up staying in Houston. If he doesn't, he may end up going to somewhere like a Boston. Boston doesn't really need him. They've got their quarterback. They got their shortstop, rather, not their quarterback.
Well, technically, he's the infield quarterback. So
yeah.
Call that if you want.
I'll tell you a place he could end up at, and people would be like, "Wow!" And that's Atlanta, because Dansby Swanson. I don't think Dansby Swanson's coming back, and I definitely don't think Freddie Freeman's coming back. I think
if they don't come back, that NL East is going to be difficult.
Wide open.
Isn't Correa better than you said his
Swanson?
Swanson.
Defensively, I would say yes. Offensively, I think Swanson may have a little bit more pop than Correa.
Correa hit 30 this year, didn't he?
Correa's a big guy, right?
I want to say Correa hit 30 this year. I don't think Swanson did.
Of course, he looks real big standing next to
Correa's 6'1" or 2. He's a big dude. Soler coming back to the Braves next season. I have not heard. I know Soler is a free agent.
I think Schwarber's staying with Boston, isn't he?
I think he'll sign with Boston. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he had 279 with 26 homers. So that's really good for a free agency year.
Who did that?
Correa.
26 home runs, and then how many did?
It's Swanson.
Yeah, Swanson didn't hit 26. He didn't hit.
No, I'm going to assume he wouldn't.
19, 20. I think he hit about 20 though. I think he hit pretty damn close to that. I saw Justin Verlander might sign with the New York Yankees. That could happen. If they do, all I can say is, um,
Would you believe that Swanson out homered him?
Oh, did he?
27.
20? Really?
Yeah.
What
But only 88 RBIs.
What was his batting average?
248.
Yeah. So Swanson, neither one of them it's not a huge downgrade, but I'll guarantee you, if Correa goes there, he's going to make more money than Swanson was making. I'll bet you on that.
Oh yeah.
He's going to make his 25.
Of course, his home ballpark, you have more of it to play with to hit home runs. I mean,
Exactly.
Right, that's the thing for Houston.
Way.
Yep. And he played 80 of them there. Play 80 games there, where the other places you don't play that many. Verlander, all I can say is I hope he don't end up with Boston. We don't need another injury-plagued pitcher.
No.
How did you guys do this weekend in your picks? Oh, we did
I
pretty
did
good.
really good this week.
Oh, yeah, we were
This weekend
very
we did
solid.
really well. Alex, let's see. College, Tim went 12-7. Keith went 13-6. I went 14-5. With our NFL picks, Harris went 5-7. Keith went 7-5. Tim went 8-4. I went 9-3 so far. And then we still got, I got the Raiders. I'll probably lose.
And I'm 9-3 on my
And that
over-under.
game is now tied.
What'd you say, Keith?
I'm 9-3 on my over/under picks.
Oh, you over under picks? Really?
Mhm.
I haven't looked and see how well I did over under picks, but we did do over under. So yeah, we'll add those together by the time. Rob, are you a fan of LeBron yet? Oh man, are you kidding me? I got a pair of his shoes right here. You got a pair? Yeah.
Where is he on your speed dial?
I don't have his number. I don't have his number.
Oh,
I have to save that.
well, you have to keep calling the
I have to
Lakers
save that for
front
the,
office.
I have to save that for the little soccer girl that wears the purple hair.
Oh, Megan Rapinoe.
You need to get LeBron on here.
Please.
Oh, you kidding me? What the hell would I? What's in one question I'd ask him? Oh my God!
Dude,
LeBron, do you really think that you know what's best for Del Beckham Jr. and certain other people?
Can you really lead the world out of? What would you do for world hunger, LeBron?
No.
Hell would you ask his jabroni? I mean, there's 100 people I'd rather have.
What do you think of the criticisms of BLM?
If you could have any two sports athletes debate on your channel, which two would you pick? Oh man, I would love to have Kwame Brown and how about this? Ben Simmons and Charles Barkley. That would be fun. Oh hell yeah, Charles Barkley's the man.
You know who I want? Do you follow Urinating Tree on YouTube? Oh, dude, he is a hoot. He just did a video where he says that the NHL has a culture problem. Put him against Gary Bettman.
I'm starting to think Bettman's days are
Urinating Tree?
Urinating Tree, yes.
Urinating Tree, oh my God.
Yes. He made the last Super Bowl watchable because he did a live stream.
I'm starting to think Bettman's days are numbered. I really am.
It should be. He's in his late 60s or early 70s.
White cheddar. That's not me, man. That's not me.
And this stuff is hard to get out of once you start on it.
Really?
Yes.
Keith is getting a 2021 NFL General Manager of the Year plaque for his wall behind me.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm fired.
Man, I'll tell you, it's who's going to be the LSU coach? They're running out of people.
Well,
James Franklin,
and pretty soon they might just take the best available out of the non-Power 5. I mean, and plus or take some defensive coordinators from some top schools. Oh, Yahoo Sports had their like a whole list of like who's on the hot seat, who's guaranteed, who could be fired. Like, can we at least let the dominoes fall or finish out the week before the Army Navy game?
Right. The USC. I don't think the USC job is open. That's my personal belief. I'll go the rest of the year and say I don't think that job is open. I think someone's been hired.
The guy that you mentioned, though,
Yeah,
good luck pulling him, his wife, and their 6 children out to LA.
Yeah, I still say he goes. I think when you go from $1.9 million a year and somebody's offering you 6.
Okay.
Triple.
But then again, that 6 spends a lot quicker in LA.
I fully understand that. But he's not going to have to buy a single drink the whole time he's out there. He's not.
What makes you think he wants to turn into Urban Meyer?
Yeah. Michigan State and Coach Mel Tucker agreed to a 4-year extension. I heard.
Good on them.
So Mel Tucker's done as far as being moved. James Franklin. What? I'm hearing they're chilling on him. He's got 4 losses now. He's got 4 losses as a Penn State coach. They're chilling on him. They are not. The alumni at LSU do not want him. They do not want him.
Maybe LSU will get Jim Harbaugh when he gets fired.
Jimbo Fisher.
Harbaugh will go to the NFL instead of going to another college.
And that's what I think too. But how about the offensive coordinator from New England? He's tried it once. What the hell's his name?
Is that the guy that went to Denver?
Yeah.
Oh, McDaniels?
Yeah. Is there any chance McDaniel ends up going to LSU? Because look right now, how many big name coaches are there for LSU to choose from? LSU is a top program. When I say that, Josh McDaniels, that's the name.
Yeah, Josh. Okay, you're right.
Like, how in the world do they go out here and go get, Mark Stoops? You can't. James Franklin. I just don't think James Franklin's a fit. I really don't.
Is he going to get fired from Penn State then?
I think he's going to get fired if he loses one more game this year. I definitely think he's going to get fired.
Yeah.
And then I'll say this. If Luke Fickell has not already signed his name on USC's contract, you can damn well bet he'll go to Penn State and take that.
I'll give you another Big Ten coach that might get fired that's not named Harbaugh. How about Scott Frost out of Nebraska?
Yeah. He's
got to be toast because of the fact that I don't know.
Yeah, they've underperformed.
They have.
They really have. That's a team. If you remember back in the 80s, every Orange Bowl, it was the only 2 teams that ever showed up. Oklahoma versus Nebraska. Well, and every year it was a dogfight. It was fun.
They play also
maybe
for like around Thanksgiving weekend too.
Yeah. I think Eric Bieniemy will be the Chiefs head coach after Old Clark.
If he's still out there, if he's still available.
Yeah. The thing is, Bieniemy should, he would be a great LSU coach. He would be a great one. I realize he came from Colorado. Does he want to go to Louisiana? I don't know.
Or is he still trying to get the that NFL job?
Yeah, and if he stays with the NFL, then obviously is he going to Chicago, which I don't think he will, because I think Harbaugh's going to get that job. Will he go to Miami? Yeah, maybe.
What about Houston?
Is it a better job? Straight up, is Miami a better job than LSU? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, the upside is great because, you play the Jets twice a year and you play the Patriots and the Bills twice a year. But maybe he'll turn Brad Brad Johnson's son into a superstar. Yeah,
Doubtful.
dude. We looked at his numbers this morning. A whole lot better than we thought. A whole lot better than we thought. But yeah, he's not a superstar. He's not an NFL quarterback, not even NFL caliber quarterback. Johnson, no. He helped. He played a part in Orgeron getting fired because he underperformed a lot, big time.
Where's Matt? That Patricia guy, Matt Patricia, or whatever his name was from the
Matt Patricia, the ex-defensive coordinator with
ex-Lions coach.
Did Matt Patricia went to? You know what? I don't think he's playing. I don't think he's coaching nowhere right now.
He is the senior football advisor for the Patriots.
So he's sitting at home getting a paycheck and holding out for when their defensive coordinator quits so he can get it back. He's back with the Patriots. Yeah, I saw a report that if Spencer Rattler would have kept his name in the NFL draft after this year, he would be a mid-second round pick. All I can say, Alex, is this. Whoever takes Spencer Rattler in the second round, that general manager needs to get his ass fired the very next day. Yeah. Spencer Rattler is not an NFL quarterback.
Especially if you need a lineman somewhere.
Oh, man. But even if you
don't, Chiefs.
I don't even think you take a 6th round or 7th round flyer on it. I really don't.
Yeah, you maybe bring him in as a free agent. Team, heck, you might as well put him on the practice squad.
Yeah. He's not going to be starting for a team. He's not that good.
No.
But Williams showed yesterday he's got holes in his game too.
Well, Williams is only a freshman, right?
I don't know. And then the kid from, oh my Lord, if you didn't have a stomach last night, you did not want to watch Notre Dame and Virginia. Did you watch any of that game?
I had it on, but it was just too much of a blowout for me.
Oh my Lord, it was a freshman quarterback. It's the first time they had a freshman start since 1977. They brought a true freshman. So this kid was 18, 19 years old, going up against that defense last night. And I mean, he looked exactly like he should, like a deer in headlights.
For a freshman quarterback for Caleb Williams, he will only get better.
Oh yeah. So that's. Yeah, he's where he needs to be. Is he a true freshman redshirt?
I would assume true because I don't see anything on the.
Do you have his age?
19. Which sounds about right because I would have been 19 as a freshman in college.
Yep. Right.
So
that makes sense. Who's the best prospect player in college football? That depends. Best project player. Man.
All right. Do you mind if I answer Alex's question about Hangman Adam Page winning the AEW World Title last night?
Go for it.
Okay, so it's long deserved, and I'm assuming that there's still some respect because he whispered something into his ear after the pinfall that nobody probably knows what he said, but it was probably, "Hey, thanks for the match," or "Thanks for putting me over." Long deserved. I'm interested to see how they go because Danielson won the Eliminator tournament over Miro, which I kind of want to see Miro win it because they need to build. You want that monster heel, another monster heel, if you can get him.
Page used to substitute teach.
Oh, really?
One county away. He's from Virginia. He's from down here in Virginia.
Okay.
South Boston, Virginia. If you go, or Halifax County. Yep. And I think he's married now.
I think he is. He just had his first child not too long ago. So, Who do you think is Punk's? I hope it's MJF. I'm hoping they can get to that Maxwell Jacob Friedman CM Punk feud, and Friedman beats him. I don't think it's if he really wants to continue that upward trajectory for Friedman, you got to have him beat Punk.
unless you go do another Goldberg, 152-0.
But,
Remember that?
no, well, trust me, they keep track of the records now. So
Yeah.
you know,
Rob, are you allowed to play your wrestling games on here anymore?
probably not.
Yeah, I can still do that.
It's just they don't want you to play the music.
Right. Yeah, and
Okay.
copyrighted stuff. Do you know who ended up beating Goldberg?
Yeah, it was Kevin Nash with help from Scott Hall.
And he had something else helping too.
Oh, a little
Stun gun.
taser.
The stun
shock
gun.
stick. Yeah. Like they played that crap with Jacques Rougeau with the Mountie, and it was just somebody hitting a button while it was.
Yeah.
And then Roddy Piper tried to play the shock-proof T-shirt.
You do realize if that was a real stun gun.
Yeah, he'd have been dead.
Oh, especially for 8 seconds. I mean, you hold that damn thing on him the whole time like that. And I mean, yeah, 2 seconds. And
Go ask Vic Grimes what happens when New Jack puts a stun gun in you.
Right.
You lose feeling in your legs.
Yeah.
His,
he died, dude, didn't he? Vic Grimes.
I think Vic Grimes might still be alive. New Jack died, yes. But not Vic Grimes.
I think Vic Grimes died.
Let's see here. No, he's still alive.
Is he?
Yeah. But he's at New Jack's age though. He's at 58.
Anybody though, if I mean that's nuts. If you've never seen that scaffold match, you've seen it.
It's the luck of fools, as Jim Cornette said, that he only got away with a broken ankle.
Yeah, because he had 4 tables stacked up in that ring, and he threw him off, and I just knew he was going to hit the post.
And thankfully, he went kind of like feet first, and his head avoided the tables, and just
broke his ankle and everything. But man,
that was it.
Can you imagine if he had been there? God.
Oh yeah. Well, they also brought that up. They had the XPW. Well, they just rebirthed, but still they had the X1 on Dark Side of the Ring, and yeah, like they're it's. I also don't get the whole thing of like blading now. I don't get it. It's unless you're doing a cage match. In a regular match, there should not be blood.
Or right, if there is, just from where you've actually gotten hit and stuff like that.
Yeah, like if it's a hard way blood, okay, you can't do anything about that.
And a lot of times that ends up being the best kind, where it's actually accidental because we end up really, really bleeding like hell. Then
Yeah.
But yeah, that makes a match. I think when you're not expecting, and all of a sudden it's everywhere.
Well, the one that they tried to is when Michaels came back in 2002. You could tell he tried to do color, just wasn't working.
Yeah.
Triple H comes out with a crimson mask by the end of that match.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get back.
I tell you who I like that Crowbar guy though. I liked him back when he wrestled. He just made an appearance in AEW, and also there was somebody else that made their debut on AEW last night. Who was that?
Jay Lethal.
Mm-hmm. Jamar Simpson. Yeah. I've actually talked to him before. Huh?
Wow, I've never heard his real name before.
Jamar Shipman, rather. Jamar Shipman.
Okay.
Yeah, I've talked to him before. Yep. Now, I've talked to him online. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I would love to have him on here. He would be a fun guest to have on here. He really would. Yeah, he would be a lot of fun. What's your score now, guys? Somebody shoot us.
10-7.
10-7. Chiefs are ahead.
Yeah.
The Chefs are ahead.
The Chefs are ahead.
The Chefs are ahead. Looking at next week, and we'll just kind of just scan over next week's NFL games. Yeah, let's just kind of look at them. Boom, 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 boom. The Patriots and Falcons, Ravens and Bears, Packers and Vikes. Packers and Vikes should be a good game. How about the Colts and Bills? Colts going to Buffalo. That should be.
That could be Indianapolis' season almost.
It could be a good game
because with the Titans being 8-2, you don't want to fall too much further behind.
Lions and Browns. All I can say is this: Lions are going to win a game somewhere. And if they fire their coach, is stupid, because they have shown heart all the way across the board. They went into Pittsburgh today. They gave up 16 points, and they went out there and fought their asses off. I thought they played.
Kicker blew it for him. That's not.
Yeah, but you can't blame it on the other 44 though.
No.
Yeah, no. And the coach had them ready.
Yeah.
They played in rain. It was wet, muddy, and they caused fumbles and stuff. They were hitting on defense today. Golf has no receivers, man. Gosh, they have got to get him some help. Yeah. But not this year. I mean, they need to do it next year. I think they got.
I hope Campbell's earned another year. I mean,
I hope so.
All he has to do is say, "Look, if you fire me, I could go." Look, my team was 0-8, but look at the margin of points that I lost by. Okay, yeah, there was the 44-6 game against Philadelphia. They whipped us. Okay, that happened. Yeah. You know,
Dolphins going to the Jets next week. One of the toilet bowl teams has got to win. Everybody probably says, man, the Dolphins going to win another game. I tell you what, Jets were off this week too, right?
No, they play. Wait a minute. No, they Jets were off this week. You're right.
Bill slaughtered them today.
Bill slaughtered them today.
That's right. They took the week off, even though they got the hell beat out of them. Yeah, but they were at home, and now they got the Dolphins next week. That's not going to be any fun for them. Maybe the Dolphins. What did the Dolphins do? Dolphins were off.
No, Dolphins
played Thursday night. They played Thursday night. Yeah, and they beat the Ravens. So
yeah,
they got 3 extra days.
Bengals Raiders next week. That could be interesting. It's a pick on CBS right now.
Yeah.
Saints. How about this?
Well, they're waiting to see how the Raiders do tonight.
How about the Saints going to Philadelphia? That could be a hell of a game.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, Saints and the Eagles, man. Because I'll tell you,
that's only Philadelphia 1.5 favorite right now.
One game I wouldn't touch is 49ers at Jaguars. I wouldn't touch that one at a 10-foot pole.
No. Because 49ers, number one, is going to be coming off a short week.
Right.
Jags,
you don't know what you're going to get with the Jags.
No.
And it's West Coast team traveling east for a 1:00 game.
And the better defense is the West Coast team, but the better quarterback's probably the East Coast team. That could go either way. I mean, when I say that, either one team could win by 25. Wouldn't surprise me. Cowboys and Chiefs. That's just going to be.
I'm surprised that's not the. Steelers and Chargers is a decent Sunday night game.
What was that all about, Alex? The DK Metcalf thing.
Oh, he did some pushing and shoving late in the game.
Oh yeah, he got kicked out of the game, and then that dumbass came back into the game, and the official went, pointed to him and went out.
He was disqualified from the game.
Yeah,
yes.
It was.
And they tried to come back.
He tried.
I'm surprised they didn't call a 15-yard penalty. That should be a 15-yard penalty.
It should have been.
Or a suspension.
Rob, what are your thoughts on the George, and he still may get suspended for that, on the Georgia Southern hiring of Clay Helton? Clay Helton didn't do a lot where he's been, but let's give him a chance. Hell, if a guy named Lane Kiffin can have a second chance, definitely Clay Helton deserves it.
Right.
He ain't been into all the bullshit some of these coaches have been into that we're talking about, like Jacksonville's coach and some of these other coaches in the hot fire there. He just won't win it. And if he can go to Georgia Southern and pick that program up and go 10-2 couple seasons, more power to him when he does go to the ACC or Big Ten. Chances are that's probably where he's going to end up going. Big Ten, or I doubt he'll go back to the Pac-12. But he'll probably get an ACC job, Georgia Tech, or You can't think Clemson. You can't think that big, but he can probably go to Wake or NC State, North Carolina. North Carolina's job's got to be coming open soon. Their coach is 70 years old, and he's not getting any younger. And I wonder if maybe he's going to retire this year. We'll see, but there's some guys that would actually fight to be the North Carolina coach.
You talking about basketball now?
No, football. Football's Mac Brown's their coach at. How
old is Roy Williams though?
Roy Williams has retired.
Oh, he did retire. Okay.
Yeah, he already retired.
I knew there was a talk about it at least.
But Mac Brown is 70 years old, and I look for him to retire within a year. We already know Coach K in basketball at Duke. He's retiring at the end of the year. He's already announced that. These coaches now, they need to get them younger. They need to hire football coaches. You do not even need to be hiring a football coach in his 50s no more. You need to start hiring them in their 30s if you can do it. I'm not sure.
McVay was kind of young. The guy that the Packers have is kind of young. The coach of the Cardinals is kind of young.
Kingsbury. Yeah. And he was a decent Texas Tech quarterback?
Yep.
I think. And he could throw it all over the lot, too.
The coach of the Titans isn't that old, is he? I mean, Vrabel?
No, Vrabel's a little older. He's
playing not too long ago, wasn't he?
Vrabel may be 50. Yeah, he's probably 50.
Well, it's not that old, though.
No.
Oh, but he's got cred for,
Yeah.
He's 46 for Vrabel.
46, yeah.
Yeah, he actually shares a birthday with me.
Were Don Shula and Tom Landry when they first started coaching in the NFL? That was a long time. I mean, that was in a previous era.
We'll see.
All right, I'll look it up and see if you guys can guess.
All right.
All right.
Tom Landry started coaching.
Well, their age.
Okay, hold on.
Now, I'm going to have to try to figure out what year first and then run back out.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're talking about head coach.
Right. Head coach. Okay. I want to say he took over in 59 or 60. Something like that. And then he coached the Cowboys until 1990.
1980, 87 or 88.
You're right, Keith. You are right, Keith. When Jerry Jones bought the team in 88 or in 89, he fired Landry.
In 89. So he coached there 29 years?
Yep. Yeah.
29 years. So he came in 60, I guess, 1960, 59, 60.
Yep.
Shit.
So he must have been about 42 or 44, somewhere in that range, huh?
Let's see.
Wasn't he in his 70s when he passed away?
When he retired, yeah,
he was.
But he didn't retire in the 70s.
But he passed away, I think, in the 90s.
He was 68 when he retired, I think. So that would put him at 58, 48, 39 when he. So I'm going to say he was born in 1921.
Born in 1924.
24, okay.
So he was 36.
Oh, yeah,
he was born 9/11, so it was right around his 36th birthday.
Okay.
When he coached his first game. So 35 or 36, I would take in either one.
Right. And he coached for 29 years. Keith.
Yep. It was.
How many wins you reckon he's got? I don't have. You got see both my hands right here. I don't have any
245. I'm close, actually.
I'm gonna say 240. I'm gonna say 241.
Keith, do you have a guess, or do you not want to guess?
I said around 245.
It's 250.
250. Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, if you want to include his postseason, it's 270.
Okay, so he won 20 postseason games, and
a lot of those years it was just a conference championship game.
Three Super Bowls or two.
What's that?
2 Super Bowls or How many did he win?
Let's see. He won 2
Yeah.
as a coach.
Yeah.
He
And he
won
lost
Super Bowl 6
30
against the Colts and then won Super Bowl 12 against the Broncos.
Yeah, and he lost twice to the Steelers and once to the Colts. Right.
Right, because of the Jim O'Brien field goal.
Right.
How many wins did Joe Paterno have before he got in trouble? 3-0, 305, something like that.
Something like that.
Because he and the coach from Florida State kept dicking with each other about who was going to get the most wins all the time. Now Paterno has what? 100. He had 100 taken away from him.
Right.
Probably,
now,
yeah.
who was the other coach that you wanted to
Shula.
look up?
Don
Shula. Don Shula. Okay.
What age do you think he started, Rob?
Let's see. Shula
was
older.
Colts.
Shula was older. So Shula, let's see.
Early to mid 60s, probably.
Shula started before
But he coached a lot longer.
Well, let's see.
Didn't he?
Well, let's see. AFL, he was last.
Okay.
No. Let's see.
Are you saying head coaching or just coaching in general?
Head coaching of the Dolphins.
Okay.
Head coaching of the Dolphins. He came in later.
Yeah.
He coached the Colts, though, in the NFL.
Right.
And he was in that 68 Super Bowl for the Colts.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But in 72, when they went to the Super Bowl, he was a coach then.
Yeah, he was the coach of the Dolphins.
Yes. Right. Yeah. So he took over the Dolphins job between the 70 and 71 season, I think.
Yeah, and they became a winning team like immediately.
Let's see, how far did he go with them? Let's see. He went all the way through Marino's time. The whole time.
No, Marino still had another coach when he was with Miami.
Oh, was Jimmy Johnson?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So let's see. Hold on for a second then. Let's see. So he started 69-70. And
with the Dolphins.
No, but I mean, when did he start coaching with the Colts?
61? 2?
You're close.
More like 64.
63, because then again, that would have been a second-year coach when he lost to the Browns for their last title game.
Yeah, so let's see. He gave it up. Let's see. Oh boy.
So he was.
Jabroni played 10, 11 years at least, so it's 93.
He must have coached about 31 or 32 years then. Huh?
Well, he didn't coach that long with the Dolphins though, because he started 69.
What was it until like 96 or something? 97.
You're close, Keith.
94, I think.
95.
95, yeah. Because I knew Washington won their Super Bowl. When they won the Super Bowl their last time, I knew he was still there then. And then Jimmy Johnson came. He didn't coach Dolphins, but 2 years?
So he coached 33.
I'm trying to think who took over for – because –
Who took over for Jimmy Johnson? Is that what you asked?
No. Who took over for Shula in 96?
Was it during the season?
No. He quit after the season.
It was it Jimmy Johnson that succeeded him?
Let's see here. This will be a quick Wikipedia search here.
He drafted that linebacker Zach Thomas.
Yeah.
That little guy.
Yeah, I guess Johnson did take over right after, because then he got fired, or he quit Dallas and then went right to Miami.
And he won't have about 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Yeah. He was a flop down there. He didn't amount to nothing. How many more years coaching do you think Andy Reid? Let's start first with Andy Reid. Andy Reid's not that old a guy yet. Andy Reid probably's got 6-8 more years if he wants it. Bill Belichick, on the other hand, is 70 years old.
Okay, so Don Shula actually played 6 years in the pros.
Oh, really? In the 50s and the 40s?
50s, early 50s.
Okay.
He played 2 years for the Browns, and then he played 4 years for the Colts, and then finished with the Redskins.
He played for Paul Brown?
51 probably would have been Paul Brown, yes. And then he bounced around in college for 2 years, and then was coached the Lions for 3 years. Started with the Colts in '63 at age 32.
Wasn't Bill Walsh like a disciple of Paul Brown too?
He could have been, but yeah, because I think he was a Sam Weish disciple.
Yeah,
because he was Weich's offensive coordinator, I think,
in Cincinnati. Yeah.
So technically, I guess since he owned the team, yeah, I guess you could say.
Well, Forrest Gregg was coaching the Bengals in 1981 when they played the 49ers in the Super Bowl, and Walsh was the coach of the 49ers.
Or hold on, what's the coaching tree for Walsh? I know he's some with Weish.
I was thinking he was linked to Paul Brown somehow. Paul Brown sounds like was a really good coach.
Yeah, and then
like
Art Modell just got him out of town.
Like he was thinking of more modern day offenses and stuff back then.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm trying to see that. Yeah. Okay. So Walsh joined Paul Brown's staff in '68.
Okay.
When he coached the Bengals. So that's that. That's the connection to the Bengals. So not Sam Weish, but for Paul Brown.
Yeah. Boy, Paul Brown, Weeb Eubank, Lou Saban, Joe Collier, Sam Rutigliano. Remember that?
Yeah. Brown's coach. Yep.
Yeah. He coached Liberty University too.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Sam's son helped too. What was his name?
Sam Rutigliano's son. I'm not sadly familiar with his family.
This is kind of a cruel question, Tim. What game was tougher for a Browns fan? That one where Sipe gets intercepted by the Raiders, or the drive?
The fumble. How about the fumble though?
The fumble's the worst.
The fumble at the goal line by
right,
Biner.
Because at least the drive game went to overtime, and there's still people that think that Carlos missed that field goal.
Yeah.
I don't see it. But
was it higher than the top of the upright or something?
Something like that. They'll argue, and then there's also people that'll argue that the Music City Miracle should not have happened either because that was a forward pass. Let's just say this: Red Right 88, Cockroft missed,
and then Drew Pearson
an extra point.
Offensive pass interference that wasn't called.
Yeah, there's hundreds of things and the Browns' only touchdown in that game was a pick six.
The roughing the passer, the Patriots against Stabler.
Oh yeah, that's Sugar Bear Jones. Yeah, whatever his name was.
Yeah, that was.
Bill Walsh actually ended up working all the way up onto Paul Brown's deal. Shula, then Blanton Collier, then Max Speedy, Bill Johnson, and then Bill Walsh. So they were all under under Paul Brown's. Howard Schnellenberger. Anybody that knew anything about Miami football.
Well, the thing that's so painful about the fumble is that the Browns had to claw and scratch in the second half of that game to even get within a touchdown. And so the drive was like, I don't know. Then again, you're talking, I just remember 8 years old.
Yeah. I was really pulling for the Browns so hard in that game against the Raiders. So, and I just remember I'm not a Browns fan, but I just wanted them to win that game so bad.
Yeah, and I don't know if they'd have beaten the Steelers. They played them real tough. Like those were two good games that year. That they played, the Browns and Steelers. Like they were clearly the echelon in the AFC, then Central. But yeah, I understand it. But cold, windy, field goal, the kicker couldn't do anything, so that's why they had to go. They didn't kick the field goal then because they couldn't trust Cockcroft.
17-7 Kansas City, making us look bad again.
And then the Raiders beat the Chargers and San Diego, I think, to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Superdome.
Remember that?
Yeah, Kenny King 80 yards from Stabler, and then Rod Martin with 3 interceptions.
And that was from Plunkett.
Yeah, from Plunkett. Yeah.
How about
to Houston?
How about the Chargers when they went down to Miami that year? And
rewarded with that ice freezer game up in Cincinnati.
Whitworth was walking off the field, limping and all that shit. All the time was over with.
Yeah.
Dan Fouts, my God, he threw that ball everywhere that day.
Yeah, that was such an unfortunate thing that they had to go into that freezer bowl in Cincinnati the next week.
Yeah.
After that,
I still, as a fan, I'd be like, I don't care, not going. Nope.
I'll watch it on TV.
It's like, nope, sorry, I'll have my ticket. I could tell everybody I went and then lie to them, but nope.
So, Tim, should Cleveland get a Super Bowl? New York got one. They got lucky. They got lucky with as far as weather goes. But
all right, here's the problem. Yes, we hold the draft. I don't think we have enough to do to hold a Super Bowl.
Okay.
I'm talking about the city of Cleveland. Not that they wouldn't deserve it, right. But I don't think that the stuff to do around town would be.
I think the league's excuse now is they've got, Indianapolis, they've got Detroit, they've got Minnesota.
Yeah, they got dome stadiums.
Well, I'll tell you a place that I think up north they could host a great Super Bowl. New England. Their field is in great shape all the time.
I'll be honest with you. After it rained in Miami, shouldn't we just let all weather be for a Super Bowl?
You mean just let them, whatever kind of weather, just let them play in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they play championship games like the Ice Bowl and
right,
and like what the 1 year that they played in Tulane Stadium because the Superdome wasn't
done yet.
Right, it wasn't that warm then either.
No, it rained a lot the day before, I think, and it was cold and damp.
Yeah,
but yeah, that Bears Colts game that day was.
Or how about a stadium like the Big House up in Michigan?
Well, the problem is that they winterize the stadiums, and I don't know if they sell beer in the college stadiums.
Right. I think so. I think they're able to sell beer. I think they can.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio Stadium might have done it too, but it's like, yeah, you get 100,000 people, but there might be sightlines that are, Plus, look at the debacle they had when they had it in Dallas, like people selling fake tickets and all that other stuff.
Weather got bad down there too.
That's 104,000 now.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy shit. Rob, if Jay Lethal was a guest on your channel, what would be the first question you ask him?
I know the first question I'd ask him.
I would probably say this. You've been a world champion. You've been a world tag team champion. If you could go back 30 years, which organization would you have rather wrestled for? WCW or WWE? That's what I'd probably say.
My first question would be, did you discuss with Ric Flair before imitating him and doing the I mean, that was
they're good
spot
friends.
on.
I think they're good friends too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they are too. I guess the question would be, what was, I guess the real first question would be, what was your first reaction when you found out that Ring of Honor was essentially folding?
For a while, for the next 4 months or 5 months, yeah.
Right.
They're going to have to almost build back from scratch again. And
Yeah.
is there any chance that the boys from Sandy Hook end up going to WWE? I've been hearing that. I hope to help.
Guys from Sandy Hook.
Yeah, the Briscoe brothers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think WWE would know what to do with them.
They probably would. AEW, they could fit right into AEW.
Well, here's
They're
my
great.
problem. And the funny thing is, somebody brought this up. I didn't realize he was injured. Like, Brian Cage hasn't wrestled a match since June in AEW.
May or June, yeah.
Because I guess he's been, wide left for Butker. So it's going to be 17-7 going into half.
Okay.
So, but like, the problem is at what point does it become oversaturation?
Yeah.
And at what point, I understand it's once a week, or you have like multiple tapings, I guess, and they're doing studio shows and whatnot. At what point,
they need to start doing some interviews with the guys, like having an interview area and stuff. Don't you think that would help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they did with Punk when they had that whole thing with Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, I get a little worried because I don't want them to be WCW.
Yeah. Yeah. How you like the NWA now? How you like watching the NWA Power?
I wish I could watch it. I probably could watch it online or on reruns, but
it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now
they've at least made themselves relevant.
Trevor Murdoch is their
world champion, yeah,
champion now. So,
well, I mean, I hear enough kind of back and forth with, like, when Thunder Rosa and like Mickey James and all them are doing crossovers,
right?
But they got to get out of that television studio. Boy, that kind of looks a little.
A little studio.
Upgrade to, like, pick a local arena or something.
Yeah.
Like, the TV studio looks a little kind of.
Oh, okay.
I mean, great. I'm happy that they have a place to work, just like Impact. Like, Impact looks very small. Yeah. Like where they film.
How far will the Titans go into playoffs? Alex, it all depends on matchups. Everything is matchups in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Titans' worst nightmare is a team like the Steelers. A team like the Steelers is that they grind with anybody. They can give anybody a hard time. The Steelers don't want to play a team like the Raiders or the Chiefs. They can put the ball up top all game long and just throw it over their heads. But a team like Tennessee does not want to play a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers. If they do, they could get eliminated real quick. Same thing with Baltimore. Baltimore does not want to play a team like Pittsburgh. I don't care what anybody says. Pittsburgh may not be as good, but you do not want to play them first round knowing they can slap you in your face and then slap you again. They just don't want to do that.
I think the biggest nightmare.
Huh?
I was just going to say, I think the biggest nightmare for a lot of teams is themselves. I mean, when you see how some of these teams just come out so flat once in a while.
And did you get the latest wrestling finest? You know what, Arnold? I'm not sure I got the update or not. I think I did, but was it just new? Was it just new updated wrestlers supposed to be on the scene? Give me a couple of the wrestlers that I'm supposed to have that I didn't have, and I'll double check my PC thing in a little bit. And how you doing, Arnold? I hadn't talked to him in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad.
I mean, and the other thing is, I don't want AEW to run more than 4 pay-per-views. I like the old school feel. I don't want to. You have time to let things build.
You don't need 14 a year. Yeah, no.
And the next biggest place they've never done Madison Square Garden.
Right.
That would be a coup if they could get that.
Yeah. But it would be fun.
Or the Staples Center would probably be another big coup for them.
Where at Staples Center?
Yeah.
Yeah, or the old Cow Palace in San Francisco. If they could get some old places that maybe renovated, because that's what the NWA did when they went to St. Louis.
Uh-huh.
They went to the old Kiel. They went to the old Kiel, and they put it. What did they say? 5,800 people they got.
If they really wanted an old school feel, AEW could play if the Hammerstein Ballroom is still a thing.
2,300 arena in Philly. Of course, you can do that. You'd love to be able to find some of these little arenas down in Florida, like the Eddie Graham Center. But
no, they'd rather play where the Heat play. The American Airlines Arena or Center, American Airlines Center, I think.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, if you just want to go back, kind of like remember WCCW, we used to go to the, what's that place? Sportatorium, yeah.
That place has unfortunately been condemned.
Oh, it actually it's been torn down. Yeah. Down. It's forward. It's grounded. But if they could redo some of these places, they could hold, let's say, 4,000 people. Not 10,000, but let's say 4,000. But, look like one of those types that you cut the lights off for the fans. You just put the light on in the ring. That's back when I went to the wrestling matches. We used to go to the old.
Those would be great for house shows. I'm not sure I want to run TV in them.
Oh, okay. Maybe not.
They ran Cleveland States when they came to Cleveland in January 2020. They didn't play at Quicken Loans. They played at Cleveland State's basketball arena.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't even fill up the whole arena.
And who was that, AEW?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim,
I'm sure the insurance is way too high to play at Quicken Loans, and that's why Khan won't do it.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. It'd be sort of fun to do if you want to do a tribute show, if they would do house shows, but AEW is not going to do house shows.
Yeah. And yeah.
Did you watch the Rangers Blue Jackets last night?
Oh, up until they made it 5-2. I asked somebody what was the license plate that hit that truck when they scored the 3 goals in about a minute. Little over a minute. The license plate number was NYR 2022. Yeah. And to think I almost wanted to go to that game last night, I was probably better off trying to go to the Capitals game on Friday night where they lost when the Capitals scored with about a minute and a half to go in the game.
4-3.
Much getting past Brett Hull. That'd have been fun.
Was that 4-3?
Yeah.
Wow.
Although I will say this, I did see Keith Tkachuk score his 500th goal in Columbus. Oh, people booed the hell out of him because of the fact that he was a dirty player. I'm like, guys, get over yourself. Guy just scored his 500th goal. Show him a little respect.
Yeah.
But nope, they kept booing and booing.
Tkachuk was a hell of a player.
He was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's sort of been my little – I might still have that ticket somewhere. I hope I do.
I wonder who's going to be one of the first Blackhawks to go, because they're going to start selling, and you got to wonder, will Kane be one of those?
I would think Taves would go before Kane would.
Okay,
maybe a little less salary. I think Taves has not had like really big numbers the last couple of seasons either.
Maybe Dallas. You think he could go to somewhere like maybe a Dallas or maybe a St. Louis?
Ooh, I don't think he plays good enough defense to play in St. Louis. I think Berube's sort of a defensive-minded.
Okay.
Too. Dallas could be decent. It depends on what Dallas wants to give up.
Right. And the Kings, they may end up now. And it's a team like the Oilers, they want to put him on a third line or something. I mean, he's better than the third line centerman, but still.
Yeah. To me, if I were the Kings, I wouldn't do anything. Like let my young talent they're playing really well right now.
Yeah.
And unless they have injuries, I'm like, let's just see where this goes.
Edmonton's playing real good too. Edmonton's playing real good. I'm not sure. You can always use a line, a left or right winger. And that's why
a depth guy can work no matter what.
Who is that?
Say again?
Who'd you say can work no matter what?
I said a depth guy. Like if you get a third or a fourth line guy at the deadline, it almost never hurts.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, so
they've got a few players that they can unload. They really do.
And there's talk that Fleury could get traded.
Really?
Like if he's played well the last couple starts, like they've won 3 in a row, I think, right?
Yeah.
The Blackhawks.
They're 4-9-2 now, I think. Yeah, 4-9-2. Man, the Coyotes are 1-13 and 1 overtime loss.
Yeah, they've got 3 points in 15 games. Yeah. Yep. They're going to be the worst team ever.
And then that means that how much a team's going to want to pay for Phil Kessel.
Yeah. Kessel wants out anyway.
Yeah.
And he's already said he regretted leaving Pittsburgh. Yeah, he regretted that. And now Pittsburgh says, nope, they don't want him back.
And they don't want his attitude.
No. Kessel was what do they call it, high drama guy. I can see him going to Canada. I think
Calgary might be a nice fit.
I was going to say Calgary or Winnipeg. Yeah. Either one of those two teams could put him on the line. And Vancouver, they're just still wondering what their identity is now.
Right. Well, they've allowed 13 goals in the last 2 games. They got walloped by Colorado Friday night, and I think they gave up 6 last night.
Yeah. Would they give up 8?
No, 7 to Colorado. I think they gave up 6 last night.
Yeah. I mean, my God, you can't do that.
No.
And a lot of that's goalkeeping too. I mean, I realize defense is defense, but still, man. I mean, I guarantee you some of those are second, third chance stuff, and you can't allow that. Yeah, but Tampa's starting to play better.
Yes,
they're starting to get their damn groove on now. So watch out, Florida. I still say they're going to catch your ass and pass your ass.
They will. They probably will.
Carolina's a real deal. Carolina's playing really well. And I'll tell you another team. I'll tell you a team that's not playing up to maybe its potential is Washington. I would have thought they'd have been a better team than they are.
Their goaltending is suspect.
Oh, really?
Like they've got I can't remember the kid they played last night, but Vanacek, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
After Holtby left, I understand why they got rid of him, but neither of them have showed me that they can be full time.
Yeah.
So that's my problem with them going to the playoffs. They can't I don't think they can outscore their mistakes in the playoffs.
Philadelphia's got a good goalkeeper now. They got a real good goaltender now.
Are the guys that are generally the good goalkeepers the ones that are the best in the shootouts as well?
Well, okay, here's my problem with shootout stats. Penalty shots and shootouts, they're like 15% success rates.
Right.
Like everyone's like, oh yeah, you got like right in on the goaltender, but yeah, you've only got 100 feet to. Like if you go straight in, a goaltender is going to square up to you, and and then if you put on more than 2 moves, you're out of room.
Yeah.
It's like you got to put on 2 moves, either force them to give you the open net or
have a hell of a slap shot. No,
you don't want to go in with a slap shot on a penalty shot.
Not really. I mean, you want to wrist shot it,
right?
No doubt about it. But you don't have to be 3 feet away from him. You can shoot it 8 feet away.
Yeah, you could,
and still have a chance to beat him up. Up, especially a glove hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a legit chance of doing that. But you look at how much space it is, especially with some of these bigger goaltenders they got in there now. You only got yourself 6 inches, 5 inches or something. It's all you can go over their shoulder because it's such a high rate. Generally, when it hits the net, it's not hitting the back of the net; it's hitting the top of the net and then coming down.
It's usually hitting that elbow, where the crossbar and the post meet. Like that's where Panarin put one last night. That's a hell of a goal. There's no goaltender stopping that one.
Yeah.
So what are the rules on approaching on a penalty shot? Or do you have to just continue to move forward? Is that the only thing?
You cannot come to a complete stop.
You cannot come to a complete stop unless you're shooting it all in one motion. And that's it.
But can you do a spin or anything?
Yes, you can do. You can do
it.
You
have to keep moving the same direction. You can't be taking a step back to do it.
You can't do figure eights in front of the goalie and think you're going to put a shot to him. No. That shit. It's one move. It's what they call it. One offensive move. And some of them have to be looked at by like officials and say, look, can I do this? Because I've seen them try to go between their legs and send it behind them and then turn around and then go between their legs with it too. If you're not still moving, you can't do that shit because you can't do it all in like a little spin-a-rooney. It won't allow that.
Right.
Who's that?
Kind of like a pass to themselves type of thing?
Well, it's
short pass to themselves.
It's if you're a right-handed shot, if you got the puck in front of you, you just slowing it down and touching it with your right skate and putting it behind you, and then just doing a spin-a-rooney right there and picking it up on your stick and then lifting it up just with the tape and all. And all it does is if you get a spin move like that, it allows you to get a little extra momentum to where you can actually put something on it and lift it. You can lift the puck a little bit faster than you can if you just able to wrist it up. It helps a little bit, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and essentially once the goaltender touches it, plays over.
Plays over with as long as the momentum of the puck doesn't cross the line.
Right. Yeah. If the goaltender poke checks it, like if he loses the puck, then it's so then.
So if it caroms off the goalie and then just inadvertently hits the offensive player and then rolls across the line, it's done.
It doesn't count. Yeah, it does not count. All right, guys.
Yep.
I think that's good for me tonight.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock, and I kind of.
You guys have any big plans this upcoming week? Tuesday night. Me, Keith, Tim, and Harris, we will be here along with whoever else shows up. And we're going to review our football picks of the week. Looks like Sunday night's pick may not come to fruition for us. And but 53.5. Me and Tim, Harris, and Keith all went with the under. That might happen.
Raiders are driving now, so we'll see where this ends up.
Right. Rams and 49ers, I think that's a good game to watch tomorrow night. Nothing says we can't be on here tomorrow night, too, but we may slide on for 30 minutes tomorrow or something like that and just talk about it.
We'll see.
Yeah, whoever. That's the thing. Me, I always tell my wife that. I said she just asked me, are you going on tonight? Well, maybe. So, and then the next thing you know, I'm on, and then I've been on for 2 hours. So, so I hope you got.
I really hope we're not discouraging anybody else from coming on to be with you online. I don't want to
down Raiders.
I don't want to overdo my time on here. If somebody else wants.
I think a lot of people enjoy us, man. I think a lot of people like to watch and see what we got going on.
I know you had Arnold on not that long ago, and that was enjoyable.
I need to get Arnold back on too. Arnold, we'll talk. We can talk wrestling to a point, but I'll have to tell you, how far we can go with things because they didn't strike a video down on me, but it's and I might could even get in contact with some of these wrestling places and say, look, can we do a wrestling show, talk about your stuff, not show any video, but can we actually talk about stuff? And if they let, it might be probably the easiest way to do it is just contact down at Jacksonville and do that stuff. So we'll see what happens. Congratulations, Keith, on that Eagles pick today. You called that.
Yeah, that's one that I can say that. That was just an instinctive type of thing. I don't know what that means. But I mean, feeling I had on that one.
Yeah, me and Tim's lock of the Bucks just didn't quite do it today, man. Washington football team, they just let us down. But
I thought Washington would be a team that would keep it close for
you said it. You said
today.
it. We're the ones that said it was going to be a blowout. But now, whoever they play next week, it'll probably end up mopping that floor up with their asses. So, they've already had their off week. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. For Keith, for Tim, my name's Rob. Thanks so much for joining us. And if you want to join us Tuesday night, all you got to do, let us know something, any of us, and we just need an email address, and we can have you here on StreamYard with us, and you can pick against the champions, Keith and Tim. Those guys are the champs, man. If you're gonna beat, what does Tim say? If you're gonna be the man, you gotta beat the man.
It's Ric Flair style there.
Yeah. Woo! Woo! God bless. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Well,